Hello everyone. So in this video, we are going to look into the review of related literature, its processes, and the citation styles that we are going to do or use in this review of related literature. So there are stages or process that we need to attain in order for us to come up with the best RRL that we could have for our research. So let's look into the process of review of related literature. So the first one is the stage one, which is search for the literature. There are three basic types of literature or sources of literature that we could have. The first one is the primary source. Publications that present original research in its original form is considered primary source. These present this present new things, discovery, results, and unite them with the existing knowledge base. So when we say primary source, it's the main source of ideas that we may use for our RRL. The secondary source or the second source that we have are publications about primary literature are considered secondary sources. This generalize, analyze, interpret, evaluate, or otherwise add value to the original information or simply the process of finding and evaluating the primary literature. In such case, these secondary sources came from the primary source of literature. Then the last one is the tertiary sources. This compiles, or digest information from primary or secondary sources that become widely accepted. This provide a broad overview of a topic or data, already proven facts or definitions often presented in a convenient form. So tertiary sources are sources that is open to all, that we are able to use easily, but has a broader information that came from the secondary and primary sources. Let's look into the examples of these sources. So for the primary source, example of this are conference papers such as this, technical reports, thesis or dissertation or journal articles. Let's look into in the US and in Europe or UK, the dissertation and thesis has a little definition. When we say thesis in the US or here in the Philippines, it's referred to a shorter than a dissertation and involves preliminary research which help us to earn our master's degree. While the dissertation, in the other hand, constitutes an original research project and helps obtain a doctorate degree. Unlike in the European Union or in the UK, the thesis is an original research work that helps obtain a PhD degree. While on the dissertation in the UK and the EU, it's just part of a master's degree involving a broader research project. So here in the Philippines, we use the words thesis and dissertation to come up with this master's degree and uh, PhDs or the doctorate degree respectively. Examples of secondary sources for our literature are the review articles and bibliographies. So this one is the example of a review article. While tertiary sources, these are textbooks, encyclopedia, handbooks, and dictionaries that are widely used with broader knowledge or broader information that came from the primary and secondary sources of literature. Let's look into some pointers to consider in searching the best sources of information. According to Fran Bell 2012, the first thing that we need to do is to choose previous research findings that are closely related to our research. Hahanap tayo ng mga information first, ng mga research findings that are related to our research topic. We will not get such research paper that is not connected to our own research. Then the second one is to give more weight to studies done by the experts in the field of knowledge to which your study belongs. So you are going to choose the background, the academic background of your sources before putting it into your list of RRLs. The third one is we consider sources that refer more to primary than secondary information. It's the first-hand information. Mas maganda kasi na doon mismo nanggaling ang information and there's no altered information coming or that you are going to use for your own RRL. And then the last one, the fourth one, prefer getting information from peer-reviewed materials than from general reading materials because these peer-reviewed materials is a secondary uh, source of information that has been analyzed already, unlike in the general reading materials. So the second stage in looking into and coming up with an RRL is to read the source material. Reading, understanding, or making the materials meaningfully to you. This permits you to modify, construct, or reconstruct ideas based of a certain principles, theory, pattern, method, or theme underlying your research. In order for us to come up with the best research RRL is to understand what materials we are reading. Then the third stage, we write now our review. Opening an article with a bibliographical list that begins with author's name is incorrect, such as this. Aquino 2015 said. So this example is incorrect. What we can do is to write it through one early work by Castro in 2017 proves that blah blah blah. Or according to Aquino in 2015 said that, or according to Aquino 2015 that blah blah blah. So that's how we open our review of related literature. Yun na nga. So the keyword is plagiarism, sabi ni professor. So what can we do in order for us to eliminate this such act, itong tinatawag nating plagiarism, para hindi tayo matulad kay Maria Clara or kay Clay, di ba? So in RRL, we can use this technique in order for us to come up with no plagiarized work or no plagiarized or copy-pasted. Sabi nga, di ba? Copy-pasted materials from our sources. So the thing that we need to do is to come up with citation. So there is a citation styles in review literature or in the review of related literature. So what's a citation? A citation is the way you tell your readers that certain material in your work came from another sources. Ika nga, ito'y sarili mong gawa, pero ang laman, ang mga impormasyon na ating mababasa ay nanggaling sa ibang may akda. What's the purpose of this citation? Number one is to give importance and respect to other people for what they know about the field. There are much expert or there are expert on such field of expertise. So, hindi natin i-claim na mas magaling tayo, we write this down. but we give this citation to acknowledge them, to give importance and respect to them. That they have their work, we cited them, we have read their work, and we are going to use what they have done before on our new idea. Then number two is to give authority, validity, and credibility to other people's claims, conclusions, and arguments. Number three, to prove your broad and extensive reading of authentic and relevant materials about the topic. The fourth one is to help readers find or contact the sources of ideas easily. Para halimbawa, merong nakapagbasa ng inyong RRL at it's similar to what they are doing, they can look into the main research paper of that certain author that may help them provide their own research. So through you, they can look into that primary source as well. And we have the fifth one, to permit readers to check the accuracy of your work. So there's checking of whether you plagiarize or not. And sixth is to save yourself from plagiarism. So that's one of the main purpose of citation. So to save ourselves to plagiarism para hindi tayo makusuhan na nangungopia. There are two types of citation. We have integral citation and non-integral citation. Pag sinabi nating integral citation, this is done by using active verbs like claim, assert, state, etc. to report the author's ideas. So we embed the citation within the sentence or paragraph where this citation is presented. While the non-integral citation, the stress is given to the piece of information rather than the owner of the idea. We place the citation after the paragraph or after the sentence. This is an example of the integral citation. So we look into the two ways of writing it through the American Psychological Association or the APA and the Modern Language Association or the MLA. The APA format we have here on the left, one study by Manalo 2015 reveals. So we have there the name of the author, which is Manalo, and then the date. In the MLA, we have one study by Manalo, then we have page 70. So you will notice that the APA format is more on author date style, while the MLA is more on author page style. So let's look into this example. So this one is the non-integral one. See, this the Code of Ethics for Intercultural Competence gives 4 ways by which people from different culture backgrounds can harmoniously relate themselves with one another. So we have De La Cruz 2015. So this is an example of the non-integral citation. Let's look into the patterns of citation. The first one is summary. So when we cite, we can summarize the original text, which we can have it on a shortened version, and we will express it with our own language. In paraphrasing, we need to explain what the text means to us by using our own words. So it's different to the summary. In the paraphrase, we explain, while on the summary, we don't explain, but we just shorten the version of the original text. The next one is the short direct quotation, where if it's not exceeding 40 words, we place a quote and the open and close quotation marks, just like in this example. We have contexts are influenced by these four factors: open quote, language, culture, institution, and ideologies. Close quote, Aranda, 2015, page 8. For a longer quotation or called as a block quotation extract, we can copy the author's exact words numbering from 40 to 100 words only. Greater than 100, it will turn into a plagiarized work. So this is the example. So we have here an integral citation, an example of an integral citation where we use the block citation because it's more than 40 words. So in order for us to check whether our work is plagiarized or not, you can go to any free website that offers uh, plagiarism checking. But please make sure that the website that you are going into are legit websites or legal websites. So these are the review of related literature. We have learned today the process of review of related literature and the citation styles in related literature. See you again. Thank you. Bye.